Well, happy Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Red Table Real Estate Talk. Sponsored today by Marcia Baltimore Realty, and today we have a special guest with us, Brett Clark of Main Street Home Loans. Welcome, Brett.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure. You're doing great things. This is the channel to be on to make sure that you're up to date on everything going on.
Absolutely. We're going to be bringing you stuff every week, something about real estate industry, the mortgage industry, anything that's real estate adjacent or trending topics, like Cam Newton last week. But today we're going to be talking about mortgages, and we're just going to be having a conversation. I'm going to ask Brett a couple of things about what's happening in the mortgage world, and I'm going to be telling him a couple of things that's happening with my clients. So stand by and get some really good information. So, Brett, my clients are having a tough time understanding the impact that the rising mortgage rates are having on home loans. And so they're waiting. They're waiting as though they can afford to wait. And I want you to explain to the public how waiting is dangerous. It's a dangerous thing for them, and how the same $300,000 that they have, that they're pre-qualified for now, is going to buy them less house, but in another 3 months if the rates continue to rise. Can you explain that to the general public?
Yeah, so this is something that is a huge topic for us on our side because it really hits us really hard. And unfortunately, it's pushed a lot of first-time home buyers out of the market. And the people that we really want to help inside that fair and affordable housing market, rates have kind of pushed them out. And it is the difference between 1% going from like 3 to 4 could be hundreds of dollars in your monthly payment. And so people that were already on the line where we were saying, hey, just don't look at HOAs, well, now that interest rate has already just pushed them. And so yesterday we had a great opportunity to listen from our president inside our company come down and talk to everybody about his projections for this year and what's going to happen. So we are expecting a recession. So you could say wait for that, when we'll talk about that in a little bit. But with that, house prices are going to continue to go up. Mm-hmm. So things are going to get worse before they get better, unfortunately. So with everybody looking at the federal funds rate of going up, that doesn't directly affect us. There are 6 that we forecasted. Everybody, you've already seen those. Everything that we forecasted for the year, you've seen them as we left from the 3.11 national average in January to the 5.18 national average that we're at today. So 2%, and it's because of that forecast. And everybody's already worked it. Things will continue to get worse as the Fed makes hawkish comments like reducing their balance sheet, pulling mortgage-backed securities away from them. So as rates go up, we're almost expecting to see low 6s as the normal before things get better.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's going to take a recession to get lower again.
Right. So I have a client who, to Brett's point, because of the interest rate, she's pre-qualified for $230,000, but she's pre-qualified for that $230,000 without an HOA. Now, if she were to find a house that had an HOA, she's only qualified up to $200,000. That's a $30,000 gap. It's that interest rate that will impact her payment so much that she can't buy a $230,000 house that has an HOA, because that HOA, which is $130 a month, $150 a month, will take her over her threshold. So that's how impactful interest rates are. And so you can't just wait around. And at the same time, you can't wait and hope. I know you probably have friends out there telling you, just wait, the prices are going to come down and the interest rates are going to come down. Well, interest rates may come down in another year or two, they're not doing it this year, number one, more than likely. And number two, house prices are not coming down. And I'm going to tell you that for a fact. Now, I'm not going to say that across the country. I'm just talking about our area. Now, this is Marcia, the realtor, speaking. We have so much industry moving to our area. There's no way home prices are gonna plummet in our area. Just no way at all. We have Apple, we have Google, we have Toyota, we have another car plant moving over into Chatham County, we have another Amazon distribution center moving over here. No way, no how. Property values are just going to continue to skyrocket, and as long as material costs continue to skyrocket, you can forget about it. So I don't know about interest rates. Brett is the expert on that, but what I can tell you is the longer you wait, all you're going to do is price yourself out of the market.
Right. And so some of the things that we even saw is people waiting for the bubble. Going from 2021 into 2022, they're like, I'll just wait till 2022 and wait for the bubble. Even if that would have happened, let's say they got a $400,000 house was an option in December or January of this year, and let's say it dropped to 350 even, but the interest rate went up to where it is today at 5, they would actually be paying $200 more
a
month, even with that $50,000 deduction in price at that price point. So waiting.
Say that one more time so that they can hear that.
So waiting for the bubble to burst, even if your house price goes down and interest rates go up, your monthly payment goes up, which means you don't qualify for as much. And so just like Marcia said, with a client that's at 230, if interest rates do hit 6, she's going to go from a 230 down to a 200, or a 230 down to a 285 or a 185. And if you're in Wake County, I don't know if you're going to find a $200,000 house anywhere in our market.
Oh, you won't.
Yeah, so you're going to be pushed a little bit further out, and that's the worry of waiting. With Marcia's side of the industry of house prices going up so high, and us hoping interest rates come down on a day-to-day basis, trust me, we hope for it just as much as you do. But even if any of that changes, you're just losing your power to buy, and then as Raleigh gets more expensive, you're moving out to Garner, or you're moving down to Sanford, or you're moving out to Cameron, or out to Fayetteville if you're in the Raleigh market, or the other direction if you're going towards Winston-Salem.
That's right.
And so just be careful, because as gas prices go up, moving further out makes your entire commute more expensive.
Absolutely.
There's no better time to buy than right now.
Absolutely.
If rates go down, just refinance later.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I'll say is, I just want to echo actually what Brett just said, is the best time to buy is now. If you qualify, if you're renting right now, and you've ever thought about purchasing a home, then you need to contact a realtor and just find out if they can match you up with a lender like Brett, and just take a look at your finances and just see whether or not you qualify to purchase a house. Purchase something. It doesn't have to be your dream home. In fact, it probably shouldn't be your dream home. Buy a starter house and get in the market. Just get in. Just get in the market. Properties are appreciating so well in our area that if for no other reason but for financial reasons, for investment reasons, real estate is like one of the safest investments and one of the best investments you can ever make. I mean, bar none. They do better than the stock market. I don't know anything about Bitcoin and all that other stuff like that, so I can't really say anything about that, but you can bet on real estate, especially in our area. And Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank said that the Raleigh area was the best place to invest in real estate. So you don't have to take my word for it. Look her up.
And talking about the same thing, so I work with a lot of investors that are in our market that are, in my opinion, doing the right thing with their investments. Raleigh's houses have appreciated 35%, April 2021 to April 2022.
Oh my word.
If you can find an investment out there that did better than that consistently, please call me because I would like to look into it. But the average mutual fund, the average investment that we use to help forecast people's net worth is 7%. So the national average on investing inside the money market is 7%. The average housing market across the last century is 4%, but over the last 3-4 years, you're looking at 10, 15, 20, 35%. And so we're beating out the average, and even just getting in, it's your first investment. You don't have money for the 401k yet. You don't have money to stick into your IRA. You could get into your starter mobile home or a starter modular home that's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Buy it at 100k, sell it when it's at 120, you have $20,000 in equity.
There you go.
You're starting that investment. You're never too young, and find somebody like at Main Street, all of us. I would love for you to call me if you're in the North Carolina area, but wherever you are, start the conversation with a lender that will take time with you today, because we can get you where you want to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. And start building equity. Start building your real estate portfolio. That sounds really grand, but it really isn't that complicated. So you can sit down with a realtor that can guide you. They can teach you the language. They can teach you all the steps to get you into your first property. And that's what you want to do. It's not as difficult or daunting as you think it is if you have the right people in your corner. So that's what we wanted to talk to you about today. We hope that you really enjoyed this segment of Red Table Real Estate Talk, and we hope that you join us for the next one. Brett, what do you want to leave them with today?
You just need to reach out to somebody that has your best interest in mind. I am not ashamed to say, don't choose a bank. They don't care about you. You're just a number. But choose a real estate agent like Marcia or a lender like us at Main Street Home Loans that actually wants to help you progress and take service as a part of the equation. We're not just a commodity, we are a service. It's part of the experience. It's stressful. So if you are a college student, you have no credit and you want to figure out how to get there, call us, we'll give you a plan. If you're renting and you need to find somebody that's going to show you realistic options for you, find somebody like Marcia that's actually going to help you out and looking for your best interest.
And that's 100% true. You need somebody that's willing to sit down with you, because it's not just about the transaction, it's about you as a person. And we look at you as a whole person. And so we're interested in what's going on with you. We're interested in what your goals are, and we're willing to sit down with you and talk to you about the whole of you in order to get you into what you want to be, so that you're, a happy whole person. And so that you can pass on that information. There's so many people who can say that they purchased a home and they have no idea what happened. All they found themselves at the closing table and they were signing some documents, and they can't tell you what happened. And we don't want that for you. We want you to understand everything that happened so that you can pass that knowledge on, and so that you'd be happy to refer us to your friends and your family, because it's that important, and you're that important to us.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I was that person. Bought my first house, no idea. Couldn't tell you anything about the process, but I know that I didn't do it right the first time.
So again, thank you so much for the time that you spent with us today. We hope this was valuable to you. Please leave some comments below if it was. And if there are any other topics that you're interested in learning about, please leave that information as well, because we'd love to bring that to you. And have a great rest of your week. Red Table Real Estate.